We begin today's show with Tarek Habash.
Tarek Habash.
Tarek Habash, first-generation Palestinian-American and Biden administration political appointee at the Department of Education, resigned. Habash wrote, quote, "The actions of the Biden-Harris administration have put millions of innocent lives in danger, most immediately for the 2.3 million Palestinian civilians living in Gaza, who remain under continuous assault and ethnic cleansing by the Israeli government. Therefore, I must resign. I cannot stay silent as this administration turns a blind eye to the atrocities committed against innocent Palestinian lives in what leading human rights experts have called a genocidal campaign by the Israeli government."
For me, as a Palestinian American, as a Palestinian man, as a Palestinian Christian, you know, my identity is intertwined with everything that's been happening. And the reality is that there has been a near daily dehumanizing effect of our current policies and just what is allowed to persist in terms of the aggression against Palestinian life. And I, for weeks used every avenue I could to raise concerns about these policies, to emphasize the importance of humanizing Palestinians, Palestinian men too, Palestinian Christians who are a significant minority in the region now. And, that message it fell on deaf ears. And it was clear the only thing that I could do in this moment to emphasize my consternation, my concern with the ongoing policy was to resign.
And joining me now for his first television interview since resigning late today is Tarek Habash, now a former Department of Education Special Assistant. Tarek, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you started out on the Biden campaign as an idealist.
Yeah.
What was the final straw in saying, I can't stay here anymore?
Joy, I worked on the administration's agenda for the last 3 years. I volunteered on the campaign, helping shape the education policy agenda, and we've done a lot of really great work. Unfortunately, all of that great work has been completely overshadowed because of the president's complete unwillingness to demand an immediate and permanent ceasefire. And it is creating immense danger for millions of Palestinians in Gaza, but also for Americans here at home.
Yeah, and you cited in your letter some of the sort of restatements of false information that have dehumanized Palestinians. That would include President Biden, who did repeat early on, some things that turned out not to check out, that accused Palestinians of, or accused Hamas of, but also just saying he didn't believe the numbers of Palestinian dead, which the UN believes. How did that feel just as a Palestinian American to hear the president say, I don't believe it?
I mean, it's heartbreaking. It hurts. It is a dehumanizing thing to hear from the president of the United States, someone who you worked so hard to campaign for and elect and support his policies, that, your life is not valuable. Your identity means less than other people's identities, and it's okay that tens of thousands of people who look like you and who have similar backgrounds and heritage are dying and being massacred.
Do you get the sense that there are a lot of other people in the Biden campaign and in the administration who feel the way you do, that are maybe not saying anything?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people are saying something. I think that we've seen hundreds of State Department officials sign on to numerous dissent cables that were leaked. We've seen USAID officials. We've seen White House staff. We've seen interns. We've seen hundreds of officials across the administration from dozens of agencies. This is a pretty commonly held position by a lot of the biggest supporters of the president. And the majority of American voters support a ceasefire, but the president's unwillingness to move on this policy is deafening, and it hurts.
I think anyone, no matter how you feel about this issue, must respect somebody who is willing to take a stand. And taking a stand and walking away from your job is a pretty big deal. Tarek Habash, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Enough respect. Thank you.